Okay, guys, this is going to be something a little bit different. So, I've gotten a job offer from this the guy here, apparently wanting to hire me for graphic design. I will slowly scroll through this message. I am doing this recording so that people out there that are trying to look for a job should be very, very careful of. This whole interaction started by a text that I got from another person that says they recruited me. Now, if they never do a phone call with you, if they don't do a video interview with you, and it's all just by typing or texting, don't do it. If they ask you for your, in this case, they never asked me for my bank information or my social security or anything personal, so it's okay. But if they do ask you for that or any type of money, don't do it. I am highly annoyed with this, and I know my husband tells me all the time not to do these things. And if it's like he literally just told me just to ignore it, but I'm bored cleaning the apartment and doing clothes and stuff like that. I figured I would have this running, in hopes maybe, just maybe by a sliver, this could be a real thing. It is not real. I'm going to show you how. Even though some of this does sound professional, you're going to see by the misspelling, the grammar, how the sentences ain't formed properly in this. You're going to see how this is not real. So like I said, I'm going to scroll through this, and you're going to see that it's not legit. And if you need to pause through this so you could be able to read it more, if I'm scrolling fast, you can go right ahead. And I don't mind showing what I'm typing because it's not really um, that much of a personal information for the world to see. This is just average information about myself that I don't mind giving out. Now, the part that you did read up there, up above, I did say I was scammed before. Technically, if you really think about it, I was almost scammed before, for a job, but luckily they never asked me for my personal information. So I was just scammed in terms of they just they just sent me USPS mailing products because it was supposed to be for a packaging job, a work at home thing, and they wound up just sending me free stuff from USPS. I have like packing envelopes and tape and everything from USPS, which I still have to like go and drop off because I can't use it. It's all international stuff, so I can't even use it for my own business, even if I wanted to keep it because it's that all that stuff is for international sending. Now, I'm going to point out here the fact that this job says it's going to be $34 an hour, and as you saw the post up above, 24 an hour for training. Um, if it's too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. No job is going to be eagerly wanting to hire you that's going to be like $34 an hour. It would be nice. It would really, really be nice if we were that lucky. Um, If there is a job that happens to contact you and they are legit and they want to pay you more than $34 an hour or $34 an hour, lucky you. But people like in my situation, we're not as lucky. Okay. So this right off the bat is the first red flag. If they tell you that they're going to pay you a big lump sum like this an hour, no. That is the first biggest red flag. And as you will read through this, you will see how his grammar and his misspelling is off when he's actually typing himself. Most of this stuff that he is putting in here looks to be copy and pasted from somewhere else, probably a script that he is practicing. Um, Now this last part right here, uh, he hasn't responded back, so uh, clearly this is this isn't true, but it's a good thing. It's something good to put something like this to scare them. So hopefully it would scare them to the point where they won't. I mean, obviously a scammer is a scammer, so they're going to keep on doing it, but in hopes that you would scare them to the point where they'll at least stop for a bit. Because scammer is they're going to stop, be scared, and then they're just going to go back and doing it again, probably try a different tactic. But yeah, also, might I add, I reversed image searched this picture, and this is John Kenny from I think his name is John Kenny. Anyways, he's the guy that always sits next to Trump. So, um I don't know I don't know why they decided to pick that and think it would be okay, thinking that people over here in the United States wouldn't recognize this mug. Um, so yeah, that is the quick video. I wanted to show you guys because this just happened just now. I just finished this conversation with him. Um, it has been about 10 minutes since I posted this message. Um, yeah, because I posted it at 1:27 and it is now 1:37. So it has been officially 10 minutes since I posted this message, and he has not responded back. If he does respond back, I will post in the comments or the description, or like in an update addition to the video if he does and what he says. But other than that, yeah, I want you guys to be very careful and be very mindful when it comes to jobs like this. Um, Now, if you're wondering what program I'm using, I've never heard of this program before. It's called Wire. Now the program isn't the issue. It's of course these people like him that uses and exploits these programs, and it makes it like people don't want to use them. Wire is just basically a communication program like Skype or WhatsApp, or it's something like that, but it's basically made for teams or business. And that's what he got me to download, and that's what he's talking to me on. Also, I want to point out that the lovely thing about this program, which I realize, is that if he has this next to his name and it says guest, that means that he is not an actual user on Wire. Even though he's the one who told me to download it, he's a guest. That also is another flag. Like if programs like this has an option for you to look uh to see if they're like official or not, that's also a good reason. Another thing I must add about this program that I was looking at, if you click the little eye thingy here, and right here it even says guest too. Uh it says devices. So if most of you guys don't know what MAC addresses are, it's basically a code of the device that that person is using. So as you can see here, he has 4 different devices and each have a different MAC address or an ID. Um, and he has two desktops and is connected by two phones. Uh, let's see. And when you click on it, you can see the full MAC address here. Now, I didn't do this, but I do know that if you copy and paste this into the Google website, I'm pretty sure Google will come up with a location of him. Um, and if not, I do know that there is some programs out there or some people that will be willing to do it for you to find out where the location is of the person doing it. Now, Wire isn't the only one that does it. There is other programs that do something similar. I'm just letting you know that be just this whole purpose of this video is just to be careful of things like this. If you were applying for a work at home job, okay, and you happen to get an interview back, make sure it's a phone call. Make sure it's a video call. If at any point that your phone call, if they don't do a video call and they do a phone call instead, at any point, if it sounds like their accent is completely too strong for you to understand, and I'm not saying in any way possible am I against like anybody that has a strong accent, all right? I'm just saying that there's a majority of scammers that's coming at us here in the United States that happens to have a really strong accent, that doesn't form their sentences properly, that doesn't know basically what they're talking about. If they start belittling you in any type of way as well, like this guy did, do you ever listen? Or why don't you listen or whatever? In any type of context like that professionally, in no way should that ever come out of their mouth professionally, especially if somebody is interviewing you. And as you see in this conversation at this point, the interview was already done. So there was no more interview, especially since he said I was technically already brought onto the team. So in no way in form should they talk to you in that way. Those are a lot of things that you have to look out for. If you have an interview for a work at home position, always ask for a video interview. That way, you know that what the person looks like that is trying to talk to you. You would feel a bit more secure and you would know that this is legit. Um, if a video interview does happen and it's not in a professional type of setting, then that also is a big red flag. Usually, video interviews would be with a guy that's either dressed up in a suit type thing, and if not a suit, casual wear. Either way, it'll be coming off of where it'll show the interviewer or the recruiter at a desk in a chair. If any type of way that you're doing a video interview and it looks like the guy is like laying down, the camera's too close to his face, it looks like it could be on a phone, don't do it. That's also like red flags. But most video interviews are done professionally. Um, those are the ones that you should really look out for. It sucks that people like myself have to sit here and make videos like this to warn people because a lot of us are struggling. We are struggling to try to find jobs that we could do. We are struggling to find ends meet. And there's people out there like him that wants to prey on us after all of the shit that we're going through. And excuse my language, but I'm still a little annoyed by this. Um, it sucks that people like this prey on people like us. Like, we are literally suffering over here. We have lost friends, we have lost family members, we have there's just a lot of things that are going over here, especially with COVID happening. And people like this is over there trying to scam us out of money that it could be used for food, could be used for bills to keep the electricity on, the water on for us to survive. um and in some cases, which I want to apologize to people out there, I am really sorry for your losses, but that money is also used for funerals, for medical expenses. And like I said, people like this are disgusting. These people are, there should be a special place in hell for them. sitting there scamming people like this. It is disgusting. They should never do it. I wish it never existed. I at one point I can try and understand, like, in some countries they might be having a hard time too, but that doesn't mean bring your problems, bring your downfall, your what you're suffering onto other people. A random person shouldn't have to suffer what you are suffering. And I'm sorry that is happening, but they have other problems going on instead of taking, like, being suffered like you are. This should not. This is. I wish it. Like I said, I wish it never existed. I wish the authorities could crack down a lot harder on scammers. There is YouTubers and streamers out there that are working hard on trying to take up the scammers' time, and I commend them 100%. I was a scam baiter at one point, but the group that I was scam baiting with disbanded because of life reasons. So I haven't done it for a while. Um, but we would get scammers, we would waste their time, we would get their location, and we would report them to the cybercrime authorities that's in their country. And there was a few times where some of their call centers would get taken down, and we would feel so good about it. And that's what a lot of people, a lot of these scam baiters are doing. Like, they're taking down these scammers. And I just wish that the police and the authorities would somewhat help with this. Like, I wish they would come up with a separate division specifically for this, so that it wouldn't bother the other um officers, or the other authorities of doing from what they're supposed to be doing. I just wish that there would be a separate a department or something specifically for this. I know there is a department called cybercrime, but I don't know, like, what they're doing over there. I don't know if this is something that they're supposed to be doing. I have no idea. But I've rambled on long enough. Like I said, this is something I want you guys to be fair warned about. I am warning you guys on things like this that is happening. I want you guys to be careful. I want you to use this as an example. My husband has also posted a YouTube video of a scam that also tried to happen with him in a different process and in a different way. I would suggest going checking him out. His YouTube name is Caribbean Coder. Um, you could find him on YouTube as well. I will link his channel in the description, so you guys can go check him out. Like I said, he also posted up a video describing about the scam that almost happened to him. So, um, other than that, I hope you guys stay safe. Thank you for watching this. I hope you take this to heart and take this warning, and please do not fall for it. I hope you guys have a safe holidays, and yeah, just be safe out there and don't fall for this. All right, bye.